Welcome back to Easy Health and Fitness, Torah Health and Fitness based on body and soul, the Torah path to health, fitness, and holy life. Met somebody from out of town in shul this morning from New York. We were just schmoozing. He asked what I do, and I was talking about some of our various projects, teacher training project and mentoring project and Torah Health and Fitness. He said, you're not the author of Body and Soul, are you? I was touched. He said that it inspired him to exercise. But we got talking about it and what exercise really means. And as we said in a previous video a number of weeks ago when Dr. Grove joined me, the most important thing about exercise right now, if you're not doing it regularly, is to get in the habit of doing it. Make it keva, make it 6 days a week. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 2 minutes, Dr. Grove would say even if it's 1 minute, just put it on your calendar and say, okay, I've got to do I would recommend 10 minutes, but whatever it is that you feel like you can schedule, like this is the minimum or the maximum I can do right now, just do that and make it like your religious duty. This is key to really long-term health. This is the thing about muscles. Use them or lose them. You have a free ride until about age 50, and then if you don't use those muscles, they start to degrade. By using them, all your different muscles in different ways, not necessarily every single day, every single muscle, but several times a week, a couple times a week, each muscle group, you keep them fit and strong, and then, God willing, you'll be able to be active for a very, very long time. Now, the last session we were talking about achila gasa, overeating or gluttonous eating, and it was Motzei Purim. We had just had an influx of potential dangers, traps, and here I find, and this may speak to some of you, I find in my child's stash, this can, for example. Here's a can that was given as a mishloach manos, and it's tasty and delicious and a favorite of children. Why? Why do you think that they like it so much? 28 grams of sugar. 28 grams of added sugar. Now, trivia question. What is the medically recommended maximum amount of sugar that a child should have in a day? We all know that too much sugar is bad, but okay, what's the level where it's considered okay and the level where it's unhealthy? 25 grams for a child. So this is already one can over the max. This item may look familiar. Says in this can 39 grams in this can. That's already adult male maximum and for the day. And this one, this product, whatever it is, some kind of mocha something, 42 grams. 42 grams, even an adult male would be harming himself, according to our medical experts, by drinking this entire bottle in one day. And to make it worse, it's liquid sugar. That recommendation of the sugar limit is just any kind of sugar. But when it's liquid, we now know that liquid sugar is particularly harmful even in smaller quantities when it's consumed too quickly, because the liver can't metabolize it fast enough to be usable as glucose, which your cells need. Your cells don't need fructose. This is fructose sugar or sucrose sugar. Your cells need glucose, and your liver has to convert it. So for that to happen, it has to be at a reasonable rate, which is through the wonderful foods that Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us, like a piece of fruit, or in this case, this is called orange soda. An actual orange would be something that would be metabolized at a proper rate, because it's got all that fiber and it gets absorbed in a slow pace, a slow rate in my body, my small intestine. When it's the liquid, when it goes in, that means the small intestine absorbs it right away, and it slams the liver with a tsunami of fructose that the liver can't handle. And even in children, MRI scans by Dr. Lustig in San Francisco, University of California, San Francisco, discovered they get liver fat. And that liver fat is really bad, and you don't want it. It's poison. So essentially, if you allow your child to have too much of that, no one's saying ban all sugar, certainly not cookies or cakes in reasonable quantities, but the liquid sugar is particularly poisonous. and teaching this information to your child and say, how can we, and rather than just like enforcing, I would say, have a conversation, discuss it, explain it, the problem, and say, how can we minimize the problem? Maybe by this can of making it last over 2 days, or possibly, trying something like this. And this is a delicious raspberry seltzer. How much sugar is in it? 0. It's just flavored water. Well, if you're used to having the taiva of sugar, this may not taste so good. So you have to go slowly. Maybe introduce this mixed together, maybe half and half. Get one that's, orange soda and orange seltzer, and mix them so you're getting half as much sugar, and then maybe keep changing the ratio until the actual soda content of that is very low, and the person, the child, or even the adult, their taste has changed. You can actually cause your taste to change. It takes time. I didn't believe it at first when I read this, but I did it myself. I was my own experiment. I did it with coffee. I used to put tons of sugar in my coffee, and I felt like I quote needed to in order to drink the coffee, to enjoy the coffee. But I heard that you could change your taste, so I started putting less and less sugar, tiny little increments, until it took about, not that long, less time than I expected, only about 5 or 6 weeks, until I was enjoying bitter black coffee, not even milk. Milk's also sugar. It's lactose sugar. So I wanted to go fully black, and it's hard for me to even believe it, but yes, I enjoy it. It doesn't taste sweet. It tastes bitter, but I enjoy the bitter. My taste has changed, and that's thanks to Kadosh Baruch Hu's ingenious design of my taste buds, which enable me to change my taste if I choose to do so. As always, we're going to end with a bracha that you and yours should be gesund.